We are about to dive into one of the most powerful and, let's be honest, mysterious visions in all of history. It was recorded by the prophet Daniel way back around 555 BC, and it's this incredible prophecy about empires, about judgment, and about a kingdom that will never, ever end.
But you know what? Let's actually start at the end. This is Daniel after he's seen everything. And he's not just fascinated. He is deeply, deeply disturbed. The vision troubled him so much, his face literally changed. So you have to wonder, what did he see that shook him so badly? Well, let's find out together.
So Daniel's vision kicks off with this incredibly dramatic scene. You've got the four winds of heaven just churning up the great sea. Now, commentators are pretty clear this isn't just a weather report. It's symbolism for worldwide chaos and political turmoil. You know, the exact kind of messy situation that great empires tend to rise out of.
And right out of that chaotic sea, these four massive beasts start to emerge, one after another. And we're not talking about regular animals here. Each one was this unique, powerful symbol for a world power that was going to rise up and completely change the course of history, especially for Daniel's people.
All right, let's get into the beasts themselves. The first three are like this rapid-fire prophecy of world history, and the detail is just incredible. Each one lines up perfectly with a part of that giant statue from an earlier vision that Daniel had to interpret. First up, you've got a lion with eagle's wings. I mean, what a powerful image, right? It's all about the strength and the incredible speed of Nebuchadnezzar's Babylonian empire. This is the golden head from that earlier vision, an empire of pure power.
Next on the scene is this ferocious bear, and it's lopsided, raised up on one side, which perfectly symbolizes how the Persians would come to dominate the Medes in their alliance. And this isn't some cuddly bear. It's cruel, it's greedy, and it's given this absolutely chilling command: arise, devour much flesh. That's the Medo-Persian Empire.
And then comes a leopard, but it has 4 wings and 4 heads. The wings, as you can probably guess, are all about speed, the unbelievable lightning-fast conquests of Alexander the Great. And the 4 heads? Well, they prophetically point to how his huge empire would be split into 4 smaller kingdoms right after he died. It's just amazing. But then comes the 4th beast. And this one's different. It was so monstrous, so completely terrifying that Daniel couldn't even compare it to any animal he knew. This is where the vision really takes a dark and unsettling turn. I mean, just look at this description. It's got huge iron teeth. It doesn't just conquer, it devours and shatters everything in its path, and then it stomps on whatever's left. Most scholars and commentaries, they look at this and point to one power, the Roman Empire. And what's wild is how this lines up with history. Historians from that time, like Dionysius, described Rome's power in a way that sounds almost exactly like Daniel's vision. This total world-breaking dominion that just crushed everyone. But it gets even more specific. Out of this beast, this empire, Daniel sees 10 horns, which represent 10 kings or kingdoms. But then another horn pops up, a little horn. And this one is different. It has the eyes of a man and a mouth that's speaking these arrogant, boastful things. This little horn becomes the central mystery of the entire vision. Okay, so at this point, Daniel is just completely overwhelmed. In his own words, he was grieved in my spirit, and the visions troubled him. You can just feel his desperation. So he does the only thing he can think of. He goes up to one of the heavenly beings standing there and asks for the one thing he needs more than anything, the truth.
And this is the real turning point of the whole chapter. We shift from these terrifying symbolic images to their actual divine interpretation. The focus isn't just on what Daniel saw anymore, but on what it all means, especially this 4th beast and that mysterious little horn.
So the angel starts by laying it out, plain and simple. This isn't just some abstract poetry. He says, look, these 4 giant beasts, they're 4 kings, or 4 successive kingdoms, that are going to rise up right here on earth. But the angel very quickly gets to the part that really got to Daniel, that little horn. See, this isn't just some arrogant ruler. This is a power that is going to actively make war with God's people, the saints. And here's the most disturbing part. For a while, it's going to win. It will prevail against them.
The angel even gives a specific, though kind of cryptic, timeline for this persecution. He says it will last for a time, times, and the dividing of time. Now, this is widely interpreted to mean 3.5 years or 42 months. And that exact time period, it shows up again centuries later in the book of Revelation.
So after all the terror of the beasts and the persecution from the horn, the scene makes this dramatic shift. We move from the chaos on earth to the courtroom of heaven for the grand finale.
Daniel watches, and suddenly this heavenly court is in session. A majestic being called the Ancient of Days is on his throne. The books are opened. Judgment is about to begin. All the chaos of human history is about to be answered by divine order and ultimate justice.
And the verdict that comes down from this heavenly court, it is absolute. It is final. The power of that arrogant little horn will be taken away. Not just defeated, it will be consumed and completely destroyed forever. And this, right here, is the ultimate point of the entire vision. It's a message of incredible hope. All of these temporary, violent, beast-like empires of humanity, they will all fall. And in their place, the kingdom, the power, and the greatness of it all will be handed over to the people of God. And their kingdom, it will be an everlasting one.
So you can see why this vision both troubled and ultimately reassured Daniel. For thousands of years, it's been this powerful reminder that all the empires and powers of this world are temporary. They have an expiration date. But divine justice and the kingdom of God is eternal. It's a message that makes you think, not just about the past, but about what's yet to come.